Welcome to this course. I'm truly delighted to have the opportunity to share practice with you in this way. So welcome. Thank you for taking the time to focus on your practice. Over this next month, we'll be exploring many tools, and I really appreciate that you're carving out time and space in your life to prioritize your experience of practice, of awareness, of compassion, and of love. So this course, A Bridge to Happiness, will be in different forms focusing on all of those things. It's interesting to consider, isn't it? What do we want more than happiness? We all long for it. It's the desire underneath so much of our searching. Likely, if you're on this course, you realize that it can't be found through externals. And yet it can be, for some of us, a struggle to live a life in which our realization of that is in accordance with how we move through the world. So often we know that to be true, that we're not going to find it through the new car, the new partner, or even, quote unquote, getting better in our practice. And yet it's still that searching, that longing, that belief that we can find happiness through externals still can drive our experience of practice, of moving through the world. This course supports you in living from your realization, that living from the recognition that the happiness we seek can't be found through those habitual ways, that there's something else that's possible. This course is based on the revolutionary direct experience that we are wholeness, awareness, that our true nature is unconditional love. We'll be exploring the recognition of our shared being, but specifically how to live in alignment with that recognition. So in this course, we're going to be following some steps so that we can explore this more fully, more directly. As much as possible, I'll be offering opportunities for an experience so that your learning through the course is coming through your exploration. The way that you'll find your experience of what is so will be uniquely your direct experience. So your direct experience will be your test of reality. We in the course will focus on directing the attention a bit as we begin. And then we will move into recognizing the conditioned mind, being able to see how the conditioned mind functions, specifically processes of the conditioned mind. We'll spend some time seeing how we survived our lives, accessing compassion, and then move into knowing ourselves as awareness. So there's a bridge quality to where we'll begin and where we'll end. A few moments ago, we recorded the module entitled Bringing Practice into Your Life, Bringing Life into Your Practice. I really encourage you, even if you are not new to sitting meditation, though that module is a large part sitting meditation instruction, I invite you to watch it. Partly because it frames how we'll be approaching practice over this next month. So one of the things we focus on, for example, is the power of a regular commitment, a daily sitting meditation commitment. And I speak more to why that's important in that bonus module. I'm also going to be inviting you in this course to find an inquiry partner. That'll be a really important way that you can keep your direct experience alive by exploring what you're present to with another. It also speaks to the power of community in practice. The power of knowing that others are right there with you, practicing with you. That awakening is not a solitary experience. Having an inquiry partner is a beautiful modeling of that truth. Another invitation that I offer now is to embrace the homework assignments. So there'll be gentle, hopefully joyful, playful assignments throughout the month that keep practice alive. There's, of course, no measuring of your experience on this end. If you don't do any of the homework assignments, it might, for example, just be interesting to notice, why did I skip that part of the course? How did I convince myself that that might not be useful? It's fine if it does end up being your experience that it's not the most useful part of the course. And I think this course will be most beneficial to you if you put everything you have into it. If you take all invitations offered, if you receive them and play along. Lastly, I'll mention that the ultimate point of the course is happiness, accessing joy and ease, presence, and ending suffering. So I like to underline the importance of recognizing that we don't need to suffer in order to end suffering. As much as you can, allow this course to be joyful, even in the face of recognizing difficult things which might arise during the class, might understandably come up. I invite you to enjoy the whole experience to the best of your ability. I also want to just thank you. Thank you for prioritizing your practice, for caring about being awake in this world, for wanting to live from truth, from awakeness, from love. Thank you. And welcome. So we'll begin now with a short grounding meditation. Each module will have a short grounding meditation at the beginning, so you need not feel as though it's important to have a long period of sitting meditation before you sit down and start the information part of the class. Each time we begin a module, we'll start in this way, closing the eyes or allowing them to focus down in front of you, perhaps at a 45-degree angle. Taking just a few moments to return the attention to the breath. And in this moment, it might be helpful to simply notice where the attention is right now. Is it just resting fully on the breath. Or are you carrying into this moment something from yesterday or even earlier today, perhaps moments before you began receiving this module? Whatever you're experiencing, just noticing it without judgment, with kindness. And if it's not of this moment, if it's not of here and now, meaning it feels like a distraction from your intention to receive, to be present for these next steps, you might visualize placing whatever that experience is at the door. If after this module you wish to go pick it back up, that's fine. It's also not required. Feeling the way your body is making contact with what you're sitting on. And offering some acknowledgement to yourself right now. Perhaps a simple thank you for taking the time to practice in this way. Perhaps a recognition that there's a great gift, a power in seeing that when we're no longer striving and searching, then we have the opportunity to naturally, with ease, have our understanding, our deepest understanding, be in alignment with all aspects of our lives. So showing up to focus in this way is an honoring of your deepest intention. So offer yourself some acknowledgement around that. And just allowing the attention to settle and rest fully in this moment. If the mind is busy, just allowing it to be busy. There's nothing you need to control. perhaps taking 3 of the longest and deepest inhalations and exhalations you've taken. I'm going to ring a bell, and when you can no longer hear the sound of the bell, just gently opening your eyes, please. Thank you.